Alright, let the struggle with OBS begin. Alright, it looks like we're good. That was surprisingly painless this time around, and where the heck is my curtain? Okay, why is everything black? You need a second? Oh, you just decided to take forever and a half to load up. Good to know. Crap. Okay, so... Greetings everyone, and welcome back. As per usual, it is a Saturday evening, and, well, Saturday night at this point. Getting started an hour later than I normally do because, well, really bad storm came through my area, and unfortunately for me, it knocked out power to my place for a little bit and was bad enough to where I really didn't want to set foot outside, so... A lot of stuff got pushed back later in the day to where I basically didn't have much choice but to work on other things, work on stuff that didn't require a computer, which did work out to some extent, but it also meant, well, starting later. But my hope is to keep going as we were. I mean, I was able to stream KOTOR during a storm once before, heck, the first time I did, so in theory, everything will be just fine. So, without any further ado, we just finished wrapping up the stowaway problem. Now, let's go to Tatooine. And away we go! There we go. And it decided to alt-tab. Okay. But I had nothing incriminating on my desktop this time. And here we are.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map.
Hang on, Spatula, why the heck are you deciding to stutter now?
Somewhere in its desolate wastes.
It looked like it was inside some kind of cave.
The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Yeah, we just have to find it in the meantime, so no pressure to us. So, anything else I need to worry about for now? Probably not. So I guess, who do I bring along for this one? Oh yeah, because Mission's brother is on Tatooine, right? Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. Guess we'll bring Mission, and who else do we want to bring with us? I mean, Canderous would be hilarious, but I don't think Mission would appreciate me. And why do you keep doing this to me, OBS? Okay, now my screen's all weird, but at least the... Okay, this is weird, so I can technically... Oh my gosh. You know what? I need to take a picture of this because my screen is all kinds of messed up right now, so I can't take And this has only happened in relation to this game, so I have no idea what the deal is. Okay, but either way, this is a still image, so I should be fine if I just... I'll tab a little bit. Alright, cool. There we go. So, missions coming along for the ride. And... I guess... And Bastila is a staple.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve. After some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
What do I get for my 100 credits?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
Okay, why the hell does it keep doing this to me? Okay, I'm gonna... Bound to be something that's causing it. Anything interesting going on with Task Manager? No, everything looks fine. Weird. Last time I trusted NVIDIA to update anything automatically. Okay, come on up. Come on up! Why are you like this game? If you're gonna be like this, I'm just gonna not worry about the stream tonight. Actually, that might not be a bad idea given the circumstances. Because, why the hell is it being so slow? It's so odd. Should have come up by now. Fine, fine, I'll pay.
I thought you would. Without these fees, Zerka Corporation would have closed this port years ago. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
I guess I'll go to the lazy display until I figure this out. I'm looking for very specific things. Who should I ask?
That's not much information. Could you tell me more?
I'm looking for older things. Antiques, artifacts.
You a digger? I've heard of ruins being found now and then, but they've always been stripped by sand people soon after. You're not going to get anywhere with them. I guess you could ask around, but I doubt you'll learn anything different. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know.
Give me some background on Tatooine.
There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look.
Tell me about Zerka Corporation's operations here.
I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it.
You want to tell me more about it?
I can tell you more, I guess. It's not a big secret or anything. Just not good for business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempt at sabotage by a rival company.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing before I just give up and just decide to do this later. Okay, though, so the hook rate is set pretty quickly, so... Why the hell are you not actually picking up in the game capture? Okay, I'm gonna try killing the stream briefly, and I'm gonna restart OBS and see if that does it. Oh hey, suddenly you've turned it on and off again and everything's fine. Lucky frickin' May. So the Zerka Corporation set up shop on a barren planet.
Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining. and limited operations are still in place, but the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business.
What do you mean when you say the ore is peculiar?
Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it.
What other forms of business are being looked at here?
Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also lengthy, barren wastes that serve as fine swoop tracks. Attracting business has been slow, however.
What is known about the history of the planet?
Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals.
What species do you mean?
The Sand People. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate.
Have you had trouble with the Sand People?
Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it.
Where can I get information on jobs like that?
It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in Central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them.
Alright.
That's... You... Of course.
Any other sentient races?
The Jawas are scavengers and a bit primitive. Hard to understand. They have an affinity for droids. Some of our scientists believe that they may not be native to the planet, but how they got here, they may not even know. As I said, they're hard to understand. They usually end up slaves to the Sand People. They aren't fighters. Good traders, though. No, So they very of course.
What about the city of Anchorhead? How old is it?
The site is quite old. From the look of it, it's been settled before. Zerka Corporation claimed it only a few decades ago.
What was here before?
Some other corporation that went under, probably. Not a lot of records are kept about backwater places like this. What? As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
And here we are.
Huh?
Alright, just in case I need to go fighting with you, let's level you up. Greater sneak attack, good. There we go.
What?
Let's go looking around. Alright, this area is technically fully explored. Who are you?
Genchopa chawi tikjok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami nonok.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother?
Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawagawa bakon. Donk kiba nukunek. Tong abuk sha nagnong.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
Don't be rude, Bastila.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wana kumbes. Chi pala mulek. Tong ki pa nagnonek. Tu nik ton chun chun ke nemolek rabest. Wuf mala nibo kurk.
My mother's condition?
Til umpa do punta krita. Ak ti kondo ona chaba chisa wanki. Ti toki grantu kon chi chan kun green kanchan tu pro. Bok wala no bok cha. Ni chi kon chuva kin lorta itakun.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
Genchopa chawi tikjok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami nonok.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
Shachika don mulaka watayuma ka wamahona nek. Ashantington unumani patoka. Wana kuna best chinga pala multonki.
I guess we should go see your mother, Bastila.
Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she's really sick, well, we shall see.
I mean, I know you did you just disappear? I mean, I know you said your relationship with your mother isn't good, but I honestly can't remember how that all plays out, so I guess we'll see.
Uchua penki, tong itwama ji human act in ikatune, chi itakanki chana ki baba Hassan shan, no ba muri rati like kuka. Smilia, tinkuin kuka.
Alright, anything good? Okay, so more powerful med packs if I desperately need it. Whoa. A lot of interesting stuff. Huh. Is this gonna be another case where I can't decide again and just not end up... Ooh, Andrus might like that. I mean, that's a... No, that's a rifle. Let's just go with that for now. Figure out what to do elsewhere later. What shipment? What are you talking about? Excuse me, did you say Gizka? I forgot this was the planet that those come from. The fates seem to be conspiring against you. The disorganized port authorities on Tatooine appear to have shipped a delivery of Gizka to the Ebon Hawk's hold. There doesn't appear to be any way to give them back. The dock worker mentioned that some of the Gizka escaped, which certainly doesn't sound good. You know what? I'm gonna show you what that means because we're right here. Say hello. There are now these little critters all over the hull. There are now... So the Ebon Hawk now has pets. You can play peekaboo with the Gizka. Okay, can't pick it up. Our ship is now infested with rodents. Well, not rodents, but you get the point. Actually, if we're gonna be confronting Bastila's mother, let's go... Yeah, let's bring a cooler head along. Sorry, mission, you're probably gonna have to wait. Alright, Bastila's mother. Alrighty. Oh, what now?
Excuse me, have you seen a mechanic about? Short fellow, bald. I've been looking...
Well, I'll be a Wookiee's uncle. Davin Coaches?
Jolie? Jolie Pinto? Why, you old freak. Last time I saw you, you were still wandering the galaxy in that old tug. I thought you were dead, old man.
I crashed somewhere and decided to stay.
Yeah, I'll just bet. Damn, old man, you look exactly the same as the last time I saw you. You pickle well.
You're too kind. Not the young lad anymore yourself, I see.
Care to introduce your friend, Jolie?
What are you, deaf? His name's Davin. Old friend from my Wanderer days. By the by, Davin, I really should be running off.
Of course, old man. Oh, wait. If you've been traveling in this sector, I suppose you heard about Sunry?
No, why? What's there to hear?
He's been picked up by the Selkath authorities on Manan for murder.
That's preposterous.
I know. Melora is beside herself, as you can imagine. Maybe you could help them. I'm sure Sunray would appreciate a Jedi's assistance right about now.
Perhaps I will at that. It's up to my friend here, actually. I'm just tagging along.
We could check into it when we're on Manon next.
I'd appreciate that. Sunry's an old friend. I'd hate to see him hurt.
Same here. Well, it was good to see you again. Give my regards to Alora if you see her.
I will. Be safe, old friend.
Are we running into literally everyone in this blasted port? I don't remember this many people having connections here. I mean, I knew about Mission, and I knew about Bastila. That's all I really knew. So let's see. Hunting Lodge, Zerka Office, Whoop Registration, Tina, Red Shop, Dune Sea. So given the circumstances, unless there's a random door that we can go into...
What can I do?
Oops.
And you need...
Yes?
Well, before we go click... I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Helena? Bastila, isn't that your mother's name?
Her mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
Is she still there?
We should try to find her. I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
Yes, I agree. We are out of our damn minds. This is gonna go so well. Even though he has joined your group, Jolie remains a somewhat mysterious character. Maybe you should speak about him, why he chose to come with you.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Why did you decide to come with me?
Got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an Ulleran mating season. Ugh, frightful.
So you wanted to ride on my ship?
Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing?
If you don't want to answer the question, old man, just say so.
How impatient can one person be? You must have driven your mother mad. All that gurgling and fussing. Babies are cute, but annoying. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha.
Julie is great. Is this a comment on my breath?
No, but it could be. An Anduvian salt tablet would clear that right up, you know. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Andor Vix was his name. The Force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was.
And you traveled with this man?
I did. Just because someone has the Force swirling about them doesn't always mean they have a great destiny. But it doesn't hurt to check it out. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall.
Is there supposed to be some hidden meaning in this?
I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring.
How young are we... Wait. How young are we talking?
Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time, they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was in hand.
Andor killed Krat, I take it?
Of course he did. Haven't you been listening? It was not in the way you'd probably expect, though. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too. This could have just been gurgling noises. Well, anyway, finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing.
You're kidding.
Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
But how can you even be sure that Andor was responsible?
What, are you kidding? What are the odds of that happening anyway? 1,000,000,000 to 1? You should do so well as to be sucked into the engine of some evil Sith Lord, you know. Andor was a hero. Sort of. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
Oh, the dialogue in this game is amazing. Jolie is so wonderful. Oh, great, more Sith.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
I was not prepared for combat. Hey, Jolie.
Yes?
Why is there still peaceful music?
What can I do?
Oh dear, some...
Yes?
Oh wow, that guy's actually stunned. Nice. And he's got drain life. Great. Will you actually hit him? Also, you need to heal. I was not prepared for combat! Alright, one down. Okay, we need some crowd control.
I'm here.
Alright, so while this guy's tied up... There we go. And of course the game froze through all of that. Great! Of course, the moment things get interesting... Don't worry, I totally didn't get within an inch of my life. You saw nothing. I mean, you literally saw nothing, but... Oh, that was really close, actually.
What?
Jolie got stunned by some kind of mind thing that basically kept him locked down for a while. And by the time I got back up, oh boy. Alright, Cantina's... There. It was a fun time. Oh boy, here's our target. Ready for trouble?
Yes? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. But don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
My mother is long dead, if you must know.
Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Well, perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for Krayt dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a Krayt dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Oh, don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
Don't you want to find your father's remains, Bastila?
What remains would there be? Krayt dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron, an ignoble end to a fine man.
Why don't you get the holocron yourself, Miss... Elena?
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition. Nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
What about your mother's sickness?
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Oh boy. Everything going on. Literally everything going on. Okay, so we're gonna work our way backwards. Alright. We're gonna work our way back to, actually, you know what? I'm gonna simplify this for myself. Return to the Ebon Hawk. Okay, I brought Bastila along for what I wanted from her. So I think we'll swap Bastila out for Jolie, but first let's go... You know what, I want to keep in conversation mode. Where is everybody? You have anything to say?
Yes, what's on your mind?
You know if anything can be done about all these Gizka?
I'm not really sure. But you can figure it out on your own, can't you? Yes, what's on your mind?
Tell me why you want revenge on Saul so badly.
I already told you, he betrayed us all.
It just seems to be more personal than that is all.
Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it.
I asked, didn't I?
It's just that I don't talk about it very much, okay? I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a wife and a son on Telos. I thought they would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time.
That's terrible. Sorry, I didn't know.
Of course not, how could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them, and I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left.
I didn't mean to pry.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. You deserve some kind of, explanation.
So what happened to your son? You didn't say.
His name was Dustil, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Let's continue with what we were doing.
Wait, that sounded like a complete. That's a complete. Huh. Curiouser and curiouser. Yeah, let's not pry it. Let's not bother Bastila right now. Let's see.
Yes. What is it?
Is something wrong?
I have been bothered by something of late.
What is it?
I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
What?
I have been wrestling with my feelings inside, trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Tatooine.
You mean...
Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastila. Taris, my homeworld.
I'm sorry, Juhani. I didn't know.
If it were not for you and Bastila, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood. Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
I'm sorry, Juhani. There was no way to prevent it.
I know. I suppose I realized that. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand.
You're right. I don't.
I suppose that is to be expected.
Everything will turn out for the best, as long as we remain focused on our task. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now.
I had forgotten about that facet. Jeez, I feel like I've forgotten more about this game than I have. Oh man, there's so much to this game.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Tell me the story.
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
Ah, did it work?
Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
What did they do?
Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
Nothing more for now.
Your choice.
And finally...
Got something on your mind, do you?
You never did actually say why you decided to come with me.
No, I never did I?
Are you always gonna be this elusive?
Elusive? Me elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderan Willick juice. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
Move on to where?
To bed. I'm old and tired, you know.
No, really.
How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters and the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
You could do that on your own.
So I could. Well, not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
What interest do you have in my future?
Interest? Well, I certainly don't have a vested interest. Call it more idle curiosity. Your destiny is rather unclear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you, but... I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
So you're coming Oh, I kind of want to use... Which one would be more amusing? Trying to needle him to get him to talk, or being sarcastic? You know what? Let's not take the bait. No, tell me more of what you see.
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. That can't be all bad.
Nomi? Who's Nomi?
Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
So, you're along as some kind of observer?
Nonsense. If I ever refused to help you when you asked, how confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
Trolley, why are you so wonderful? Why are you so wonderful? You are way too amusing to not have around at all times. Why are you not a stand-up comedian? Oh man, I'm glad I went to Kashyyyk first. Alright, so...
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left.
What do you need? I'm Han Jest. I'll help if I can.
Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare.
What is a raid plate? Where did you get it?
It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back.
Let's talk about what to do with this plate.
Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits.
Let me think. I can't buy it, but I could take it and sell it for you.
I don't know. How could I be sure you would come back? Are you sure you can't buy it? Please.
I feel like this is a trap. I feel like I'm about to be swindled out of 500 credits here, but I honestly don't know. Fine.
You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits.
Screw it!
700 credits. Oh, thank you. It is more than generous of you. I don't know what to say. I just don't.
Wow. Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
And how many more like you are there out there with no one to buy their plates, I wonder?
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You've saved us.
Us? I guess I'd better check out this hunting lodge then. Make some of this back. That's a lot of Gamorreans. What do you do in here? I've got some questions about hunting. Why do I need a license? What is there to hunt on Tatooine?
Ikeltirimo, Untastar Shelfa, Ustakel Keith, Kolodufta, Papoelta, Koloduf Ivan Rebu, Ikeltirimo, Untastar Shelfa, Ustakel Keith, Kolodufta.
The dragons are rare then?
Papoelta, Koloduf Ivan Rebu, Ikeltirimo.
What was so special about Comad's father?
Untas, Ustakel Keith, Untastar Shelfa.
Where can I find Comad?
Untas, Ustakel Keith, Untastar Shelfa.
Anything out of the ordinary happening?
Untas, Ustakel Keith, Untastar Shelfa. Untastar Shelfa, Ustakel Keith, Kolodufta, Untas, Ustakel Keith, Untastar Shelfa.
No one found anything more local?
Papoelta, Koloduf Ivan Rebu, Ikeltirimo, Untastar Shelfa, Ustakel Keith, Kolodufta, Untas, Ustakel Keith, Untastar Shelfa. Papoelta.
Ciao baso, Chino Molirani Bubo, Tonkin Ba, Noku Nexag,
What do you do?
Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Molira, Tangi Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Noku Nek Abog, Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha na Tupornibo, Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tangi Wama Ji, Human Act in Ikatune.
Why do you play?
Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Mulira, Tangi Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Noku Nek Abog, Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha na Tupornibo, Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tangi Wama Ji, Human Act in Ikatune.
Let's go back to my other questions.
Baba Hassan.
Could I ask you about Tatooine?
Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Mulira, Tangi Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Noku Nek Abog, Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha na Tupornibo, Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tangi Wama Ji, Human Act in Ikatune.
Heard any rumors from off-planet?
Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Mulira, Tangi Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Noku Nek Abog, Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha na Tupornibo, Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tangi Wama Ji, Human Act in Ikatune. Baba Hassan.
Whoops, didn't mean to hit that button. Don't mind me. Alrighty, so guess you're the one I need to talk to for hunting secrets.
Hakupa Jekopa? Gino Mulira Kenpaija, Kislima Podwama?
Information, if I could trouble such a worthy hunter for a moment.
Muchashak Bakat. Kieno no Namapaule Rachikun.
Who are you? What do you do?
Takom Justach Miki Grabarmogo. Kachi Ita Hodunga.
Where's the best hunting?
Jedubadawana Nidibobo. Dong Nabungsha Nununya. Dong Patukashmak Telea. Tolpa da Bongwale Ganduna Gugu Chuchut. Kavadum Kupilio Botenya. Bonanai Kuchu. Awaga Boska Chocola. Mucha Shag Panka. Jedubadawana Nidibobo. Dong Nabungsha Nununya. Dong Patukashmak Telea.
So dragons are rare. Are they dangerous?
Kachikun Ita Hodonga. Yikinkuno Bamulera Chikun. Slimo po donar di hodunga kung kabe. Takom jus tak miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga.
Who uses battle droids?
Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukashmak talea. Mucho siya pakat. Kiye no namapaule rachikun.
How long have you been at this?
Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukashmak talea.
You really don't know anymore?
Hakupa chekupa. Gino mulira kenpaija. Kislimo po duama.
What can you tell me about the other hunters?
Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukashmak talea. Takom jus tak miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga. Mucho siya pakat. Kiye no namapaule rachikun.
Wouldn't the guards have something to say about that?
Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukashmak talea.
What about the hunters besides the Gamorreans?
Mucho siya pakat. Kiye no namapaule rachikun. Jeda
I'm looking for someone. Who knows this planet best?
takom jus tak miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga. Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukashmak talea.
Have you ever seen the Sand People with anything odd?
Mucho siya pakat. Kiye no namapaule rachikun. Takom jus tak miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga. Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukashmak talea.
What kind of ruins were these? Where were they?
Mucho siya pakat. Kiye no namapaule rachikun. Takom jus tak miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga. Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukashmak talea.
What about the Jawas?
Mucho siya pakat. Kiye no namapaule rachikun. Takom jus tak miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga. Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabung.
Yeah. So. Alrighty. So it looks like this is just going to be the day of conversation. Now that's... Honestly, I'll probably need 3 to get through Tatooine at 3 sessions to get through Tatooine at this rate. Not that I'm in any hurry.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. I don't babysit.
Come now, I just want to benefit from your experience.
Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out bantha pats, but thanks all the same.
Who are you? What it is you do?
What
is it you do?
Doric
Wow,
Quinn.
I suck.
I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays?
Really? Where's the best hunting?
If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost everyone. Perhaps someone else is holding out, but there's simply fewer raid out there.
And apparently there are more moments where OBS decided to be annoying again. Ugh, we've been doing so well. Ugh. Why are you like this, you silly little program? Oh man, it's a good thing I don't intend to stream the other 2 games I'll need to do. Well, the other 2 runs I'll need to do. Yep, you're just gonna choose to freeze on me, is that it? Don't make me do the turn on and off again method. I really don't want to resort to that. Chunk. There we go. Why are there fewer raid?
It used to be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters. But some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that?
Who uses battle droids?
That's not for me to say. I won't be a troublemaker in so small a community. You'll see. Hunt, and you will see.
How long have you been at this?
I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet.
What do you want to learn?
There are hunters that go after the big kills, the crate dragons. I don't know how they do it. I never even see the things. Comad is the one I respect, but I also trust that the only difference between us is experience. I will learn.
What can you tell me about the other hunters?
I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? You go talk to them. One word, though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Gurk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey.
What makes you say that?
Just watch your back when you hunt. The dragons aren't the only dangers out there. If that...
I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
You'll have to ask around. Comad Fortuna is a much more experienced hunter than I am. He hunts far from Anchorhead. The local Jawas are a good source of information, even if it is hard to understand them. It may cost you, though. Good hunting.
What if I wanted advice? I'm sure you were very smart. So, can I ask what you do? I'm looking for something. Are you good scouts? Why don't you let him speak?
Ah, jeez. I hope this doesn't take too long. Gamorreans like to throw insults around, but they just don't have the smarts for it.
Fine, I'll just leave. Why do I get the feeling I'm gonna end up fighting those guys?
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it?
I'm looking for experts. You seem knowledgeable.
Oh, of course. Who put you up to this, my wife? I meant what I said about having no credits.
I want to ask about you and hunting.
Hunting is a dirty and tough business. What can old Tanis tell you about it?
Where's the best hunting?
There isn't any. Too many hunters, not enough prey. I can barely keep expenses covered. Maintenance on battle droids is expensive. Of course, it's better than going alone. What if I stumbled on a bunch of sand people? These solo hunters are crazy.
You hunt with battle droids? Is that sporting?
What do I care? I need to eat. I also need to pay for parts so the wife can keep the droids running. It's all about the credits. Some guys will talk about honor and stuff, but they still sell their plates to Faza. I guess honor needs creds too.
Don't you need to take more kills to keep your droids running?
I suppose, but so what? When that resource goes belly up, I'll just move on. I'm just a wandering spirit, I guess.
Hunting a species to extinction. Now there's a logical way to make a living.
I'm not real popular with the others, but they just fool themselves. They're in it for the credits too.
How long have you been at this?
Too long. But it beats smuggling. You ever run into a Sith dreadnought in the desert? No, you haven't.
You crossed paths with the Sith dreadnought?
Hell, I married her. No, seriously now. I had this friend that crossed Sith space and got stripped of everything. It's not like I have much now, I guess, but I still prefer sand people to getting ambushed on unproven trade routes.
You go on about your wife a lot. What's the deal?
She doesn't understand me. You know the drill. It's not my fault. She knew who I was when she married me.
What can you tell me about the other hunters?
Uptight and cold, like my wife. They don't like me streamlining the hunt with droids. I don't fit in, but I don't let it bug me. The Gamorreans are different. Good rowdy drinking buddies. Kirk and his boys, they understand that hunting is a business. Of course, they hunt other things than raid, too. Just don't turn your back on them. Ever.
What are you suggesting?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just keep your eyes on them, that's all.
What about the hunters besides the Gamorreans?
Dorak is reasonable. Komad is a pain, but he keeps his distance. I can tell he doesn't like me much. Ask around the lodge if you want information about the other guys. I don't really talk to him much. Fine.
I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
Who knows the planet? I don't know. I guess the Sand People. I'm usually running when I see them, though.
Have you ever seen the Sand People with anything odd?
Sure. My blood. They almost got me last year. Tore up 2 of my battle droids. Wife was mad about that. Took her weeks to fix. Where they got weapons to cut battle armor, I don't know. They act like animals, but they can surprise you.
Where did this happen?
I don't know. Pick a dune and walk. They'll get you soon enough.
What about the Jawas?
Smart traders. They've salvaged and sold me my own damaged droids once or twice. They don't say much I can understand. I think they're a little slow, but who am I to judge, huh? Good hunt.
Alright, I guess that's it then. So, let's go get that hunting license. So... just need to go over here, I think.
Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kik. Tok ninja mira rabes. Uba patu kochi. Tong non bong shang yung yang. Tong patok smak delia.
What's going on here? Who are you?
Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun ba marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kik. Tok ninja mira rabes.
That will totally have no implications later. For now.
Chua Penki, Yun Patisa, Tichuba Jikutka Naga, Kingu Mwa Mulira Dwana, Kinba Nikcha Lora Kun.
I want to ask about bounties.
Kakinja Nawabagaon, Bagwa Shank Kontimachit
I want to ask about Zerka Corporation.
Chiwi Aita Katong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chunamuri Ra, Tangi Wama Jikona, Tonkipa Nonku Nek Abog.
Do you know about their operations on Kashyyyk?
Chiwa Aita Kankicha na Chupornibo. Kun muli ras limo poiwanga tang itwamaji human act in ikatune Baba Hassan Shan. No ba muli rati like kuka.
How do you think they're doing here on Tatooine?
Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muli ras limo poiwanga tang itwamaji human act in ikatune. Kaki ki muli.
Alright, so standard stuff, though considerably more expensive. Looks like a little more expensive, though. Ooh, get a bunch of computer spikes if I really want it. Oh. a stun weapon. I'll have to think about that later on. Actually, do you have anything to say?
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
I'm looking for a miner named Griff.
Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll.
Are you certain of that? I would leave sooner if I knew.
Oh, you mean that Twi'lek? Must have slipped my mind for a second. Yes, of course I remember Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it.
So you fired him?
We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him.
The Sand People?
He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances.
So your workers are all expendable?
Zerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. That's why we've started a bounty program to thin the Sand People numbers. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job.
Is there some type of reward for saving him?
As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please.
Never mind. I wanted to ask you about something else.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
I want to ask about hunting licenses.
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
Why would I need a license anyway?
We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license.
There's no way to get a license?
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sand crawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
Why pay for the gaffy sticks? Why not their heads?
Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good.
Why would I need a license anyway?
We use them to ensure that only people... We don't allow... It's just...
Have there been a lot of people leaving the city?
With the downturn in mining, people want any chance at credits they can get. Most wouldn't survive a day, let alone qualify as hunters. The last license issued before the ban was given to a woman named Marlena Venn. She'll do fine. She had a mean streak a parsec wide. She also paid double. Exceptions like this are rare, unless it suits the company to offer them. The Sand... It's as if you...
I'll agree to do this for you.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sand crawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them.
Let's see if there's
Very
anything
well.
else I can
Though
get. Anything out of the ordinary happen?
I assume that by out of the ordinary, you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants.
Know anything more local?
If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message. Farewell. Zerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
Now this Oh man, everything just keeps getting more interesting. I'd forgotten about needing to go through Zerka to get... What do you mean? What are you talking about? Intelligent or not, the Sand People have killed people. What would you suggest then? Who would have a capable droid? Where would that enclave you mentioned be? Where would you get robes to match theirs? Maybe I'll look into it. There's always something, isn't there? So, pretty sure that whole exchange got me a hunting license, so let's check quest items real quick. Yep, okay, so I should be able to sell what I got. I'm pretty sure it's not something terribly... Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get what I paid for it, but... I have something to sell you. Yes, that will do nicely. You have anything for sale or trade? Alrighty, so usual med packs, 2 rifles, ooh, armor reinforcement, and a scope. Ooh, that's a really powerful blaster. What can I sell? In theory, the Ichani fiber armor should be all I need, so I guess I could... Wonder why the Ichani light armor is worth more than the Zabrak combat suit. No matter. Not that I'm really gonna complain. Ooh, Mandalorian battle armor. Oh, nice. But yeah, I've got these lightsabers I can sell as well, and it's not as if I'm going to be using a ton of them. Actually, the way that they framed it. Almost as if I could sell it somewhere else for more. Actually, that is probably the case. Oh, wow. Suddenly, these heavy blasters don't seem all that great. Oh, wow. I've got a lot of good stuff. I need to go through here before too long. Honestly, what I need to do is I need to go off stream with this and really dig around to see what I can get. Because honestly, I may not need to get that carbine, given all the other stuff I could retrieve. So, I better make a note to myself. After I'm done here, I need to go meandering around to see what I can and, well, see what might make sense to sell and all that fun stuff. For now, though, got the hunting license, so should be able to move on with the objective if we want, but for now... But, because this is an RPG, we've got other crap to see to as well. Minigames! Not like I'm spending a whole lot of time with Pazak, so may as well... Actually... no, let's do... Actually... I'm trying to remember if there's anything special that we run into here. Probably not. I don't think so. I kind of want to keep the main story going, so let's... Yeah, we'll do this Whoop Racing as either the first or last thing we do next time. Because it is late, I want to get further into the story. So to that end... Now let's go back into the cantina, see if there's anything interesting here.
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. Usually it's some kid wondering what my old racing days were like. I was back on Taris. It seems like a long time. I wanted to ask a few questions if you have the time. I'm not sure what I have that you would be interested in. I'm just an old swoop jock that doesn't have the head for it anymore.
I want to ask you about racing.
Ah, something I know. Well, something I used to know. My racing days are behind me. Gandalf is the name.
Is this the best place for racing?
Best place to race is wherever the track treats you sweet and your times are golden. It's that simple. You get hung up on any one track and he'll end up like me. My favorite stop was Taris. Taris. Always look forward to going back. Now, I don't want to touch my bike at all. Maybe I wasn't in the winner's circle lately, but I still race for sport, you know?
What made Taris any different than here?
A woman. I never won on Taris, but it was almost my first stop on the circuit, and the last if I could help it. That doesn't matter now. You can't ask for more certain closure than the whole planet being gone. Poof, boom, yeah, gone.
How long did you race?
Oh, well, past my prime by any measure. I started late, too. Not like the kids out there now. Some of them are too young.
Why do you think that?
It's a cutthroat business. I've seen some of them burn out after a year. They get dangerous and don't live long. That's not everyone, of course, but it happens. I'm a has-been, I'll admit, but dying while you're on top is still dying. I'll pass.
Is this the best place for racing?
Best place to race is wherever now.
How long did you race?
Oh, well, past my...
All right. What can you tell me about the other racers?
I don't really talk to any of them. I know Zara's from the circuit, and we couldn't ask for a tougher lady. She's smart, too. I don't know the younger guys, but I've been watching Nico. Good to see someone doing it for the love of the race.
What makes him different than the others?
I don't know, but some people just have something that lets the bike take them. It's like the air stops pushing back. That's an old track tale, you know, when the wind decides to stop fighting. I used to have that. Not anymore. All right, then.
I'm looking for someone. Who knows this planet best?
Ask me again in a few years, and it'll be me. I'm probably not going back out on this circuit. There is one. But for now, I don't know any more than the next guy.
Well, you should try the locals. Jawas, maybe. Funny little guy. Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
Well, the times they are a-changing, eh? Okay, so it looks like the only other person to talk to is you.
Well, a fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play? My name is Furco Nellis. My vice is Bazak. All right. But remember that there isn't much fun on Tatooine that isn't life-threatening. Come back if you like a game.
I'll have to pursue that later if I'm ever that desperate for credits. Honestly, that might be another thing I could grind off stream as well. Did similar things when I was going through Fire Emblem, so... Alright, let's go check out this droid shop. Maybe there'll be something interesting. What do you have available in your shop? Let me ask a few questions about HK-47. You don't seem to know much about it. Why haven't you wiped its memory? What does the HK-47 designation mean? Besides the thunder outside my window. Where did you get this HK-47?
Gee, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. Warehouse workers have a bad habit of paying off their debts with other people's property, you know?
I'm interested. Let's talk price. Can I convince you to lower the price a bit? That was quick. Desperate to sell? 4,000 is fair. I'll pay it. Oh crap, I could have needled for more? I'm an idiot! I'm gonna have to sell off every single spare lightsaber I have now. And again, I have no reason to hang on to them, so... What do you have in stock besides droids? Show me what you have. Alright. Yep, pretty much what you would expect from them. Lord, I overpaid a metric ton, didn't I? I really need to find a place where I can sell these sabers, don't I? I'm surprised he took them. Yeah, there's a lot in here that I could probably get away with selling given the circumstances. Alrighty.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you?
Kill something for me?
Answer. Indeed. I am most eager to engage in some unadulterated violence. At your command, of course, Master.
Travel with me now.
Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Alright, the final party member is here. Say hello to a very cranky droid. Alrighty.
Master?
HK is fun. I'm looking forward to seeing how this will turn out. Let's see. Alright. Been a while since I've had to... Let's see. Yeah, a little more into Dex. Should get another point before too long. Let's see. Oh, that's why it wanted to lean more into strength. Yeah, I forgot how tedious this could get. I better not bring out Karth for a while. It's gonna take forever to get through everything. There we go, a little bit of Dex to round things out. Is always active. That's probably to counterbalance the fact that he can't wear armor. So, we now has droid. It's a quote protocol droid, which means we can give it all sorts of cool stuff. Sure, let's give it a bowcaster. That won't look weird. Plating.
What?
There we go. Alright, so now that we've dealt with that... Actually, is this the Jawa that was being discussed? Could you be clearer? I'm having trouble understanding you.
Statement. It is doubtful he can be clearer. Their language is difficult even for droids. He is using a trade language to try and help.
Why wouldn't I understand your true language? What is it that you want, Jawa? Giants made of sand. Sand people? So, Isis, what do you want me to do? Tell me about where your people are. Maybe I'll help.
I'm thinking they're with the Sand People who live in the south. Either that or I need my ears cleaned.
I'll check it out when I leave the city. Goodbye. Alright, so how long is we... not terribly long.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization.
I have proper authorization.
Well, let's see it. Come on.
Here's my hunting license.
All right. I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too. Good luck out there. You'll need it.
No pressure!
Hello there. You're heading out into the desert? You're a hunter, right? You must be if you've been allowed to leave Anchorhead. When you see Tanis, and I know you old boys always stick together, tell him his wife hopes he enjoys the anniversary gift.
What do you mean by you old boys?
You're just another of his buddies from that hunting club. I know your kind. You all cover for each other, I bet. Well, he can do what he wants. He'll get what he deserves. I bought my own license just so I could see that he did.
You sound like you're planning to kill him.
Oh, I'm through planning. I just left him a little mess that he has to take care of. If he's smart, he'll be just fine. But he's not smart.
Alright. What if he has a message for you?
Oh, I'll be long gone soon enough. The next shuttle to anywhere, really. I've had it with cleaning up his messes, repairing his droids. If he lives, he can try and get by on his own. I doubt he'll last long with no one to listen to his lies. Just a little something to remember me by. Something that symbolizes our years together. Something that will blow up in his face. Of course, he'll never understand how appropriate it is. He can't talk his way out of this one. He's not smart enough.
I have to go.
I'm sure you do. Like I said, when you see him, tell him his wife Marlena says hello.
And then you run off. Oh boy. Like every time I step foot, there's something else to worry about. Yeah, this is definitely gonna need more than 2 sessions to get all the way through. Either way, let's go meandering. Oh, what the heck's going on there? Pretty sure it's too early for what I think I could be. A refuse pile. Oh, this sounds... Oh, that's glorious. Yeah, it's a small group. Alright, show me what you can do. Wait, energy shields? What are these things doing with energy shields?
Ready.
Oh geez, I'm taking hits.
What?
Yes?
Whoa!
What?
How the hell did he go down so quick? Oh crap! Oh crap! Run away! Run away! I don't think I can reasonably win this. Crap. When was my last save? Flamethrower! Yep, okay, that did not go the way I expected it to. Okay, good, I had a quick save before going out that far. Good lord, I didn't expect Jolie to take so much damage so quickly. Ow. Okay, so going for that refuse pile and I get immediately ambushed. That's great. Maybe I should have brought Shuhani out instead of Jolie. For whatever reason, she can tear through anything. Even better than my warrior can. Then again, I did spec my warrior horribly because it's been forever and a half since I played this game, so it's honestly my own fault. I am paying the price for my lack of vision. Alright, lead with some heavy damage.
Ready.
There we go. Some guaranteed damage down. Now you just fire power blasts until they die. You try and force whirlwind them into oblivion. You push them around.
Yes.
Now that you've got a captive audience,
Yes?
You are not doing a whole lot of damage, HK. There we go, that's how it's supposed to be done. That is how it's supposed to be done. Now, with any luck, we can actually keep doing it like that. Actually, surprised there aren't any remains that can be picked up off of these guys. Ah well, no matter. Okay, why is there someone out here just... Is that a droid, or what the heck is this? Well, let's go find out. This feels like a trap. Oh, battle droids. Oh wait, is this the trap that...
Anyone out there? Could you help? I seem to be, doomed. Hey there, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. I've been stuck without water for hours. Wasn't looking good. Oh, hey, it's you. I remember you at Foz's place. Could I get you to help out a fellow hunter, please?
What happened here?
Well, it would appear that I've worn out my welcome with my wife Marlena. She fixes my droids. Fixed them good this time.
Philandering ways coming back to haunt him, I'll wager.
I triggered some sort of trap she programmed. She probably figured I wouldn't be smart enough to get out. Yeah, she was right.
What do you want me to do?
The wife put a kink in my battle droids. They're in some sort of discharge loop. And if I move from this spot, they're threatening to blow up. She knew I wouldn't know how to fix them. Could you try to do some repairs? They don't care if you move. It's just me who's stuck.
Maybe we could program them to tap dance. I love a good tap dance.
This isn't funny. Come on!
Commentary. I say we blast the meat bag and save you the trouble, Master.
What's with all the droids lately? My wife get to you too?
Negative. I just don't like organic meat bags. Except for the Master, of course.
I'd, really appreciate a bit of help. Please?
The dialogue is too good! Alright, I'll try and help out. Hold on.
Just access each droid's repair interface. You'll have to do some tinkering, but be careful. One explosion I can survive. Any more than one and I'm dead. Oh, and ignore the message Marlena left in there. No way do I deserve this, I swear.
Somehow I find that hard to believe. I get the feeling I'm gonna need to bring T3. As fast as the total battle droid. Slimeball must die script. Special message.
Having fun on the dunes, Tanis? I made sure you would. Here's the deal. Your precious droids have trapped you. They'll hold you until you die of thirst. Make a mistake while repairing them, they explode. Have a good death. My mother was right about you.
Alright. Let's see what we can do. Fortunately, my character is not a repairman. Okay, so... Target acquisition failure. Ooh. Let's see. Ooh, it's a puzzle. Huh. We're gonna have to think about this one. Okay, let's see. 414. So what's the pattern? I mean, I could take a random guess, but let's see. The 8 doesn't seem like it would belong. I think the most logical one would be this? Nope. Well, I guess I could save scum. Yeah, I'm gonna be a jerk.
Anyone out there?
Oh wait, did I?
Well, nice to see you again. You asked for... We've been... Well...
Let's see. So what's the pattern here? So it went from 4 to 14, and then 2 numbers added on to that. Huh. 14, and then it changed to 3. So, and then it seemed to it reversed. And so 3-1 definitely makes sense, I think. Malicious code may cause malfunction. No does, Sherlock. Alright, there's 1 back to normal. Alright, system status. Energy government's out of alignment. Error introduced by slime bomb must die subscript. Alright. Node 1 reports node 2 failed. Node 2 reports node 3 failed. Node 3 reports node 2 failed. 2 of the above are definitely false. Compare logic to identify the only memory node that can be correct. Let's see, so 2 of the above are definitely false, which means, okay, so node 1 reports node 2 failed. Node 3 also reports that node 2 failed, which means node... Wait, if node 2 is reporting that it's a success... So, 2 of the above are definitely false. So, the way that I see this working is that... Actually, wait. If both... It's gotta be node 2 then, right? Actually, wait, because the other 2 are definitely false, which means node 1 and node 3 would be pointing to the incorrect node that failed, right? Which means node 2 is reporting accurately, right? Aha! Neat little logic. Alright, now we've got 1 more... Oh, 2 more to see to, apparently. Okay. Power cell drain must not exceed total. Different motivators measure the same total energy pool as either 300 small pulses or 180 large pulses. Error. Upper motivator has used 100 small pulses. How many larger pulses left in the remaining fraction? Okay, so... Oh boy, do I have to actually use math? Do I have to actually use math? Is there actual math to be done? You know what? Hang on, I've got a spare sheet of scratch paper that I'm not using for anything else. Well, not anything that matters. Let's see, so... measure the same total energy. So... we're looking... so it's 100 small pulses. So... a third has... actually, wait, no, that's actually pretty simple math, so... upper motivator has used 100 small pulses, so it's used a third of the... so it's used a third of the pool, right? Which means I only need to allocate 120 large pulses, right? Okay, cool. I didn't need to use complicated math. I just needed to use basic logic. Alrighty. Enter diagnostic mode. Data missing from prime values. Listing data. Wait, those are just the prime numbers. Let's see. Yeah, those are just the prime numbers, so it's 7. I hope I won't regret doing this.
That was unpleasant. Thanks for your help. I'd have been a goner. Hey, and the old bat thought I was dead. You never asked me for anything, but I consider my life worth something. Please, take this. I insist.
That'll be fine. Good luck.
Thanks again. I doubt any of those uptight hunters would have helped, and I doubt the wife is coming back. I'm heading back to the shop. I hope she left the manuals for these things behind. Ungrateful little...
Knowing her, she probably didn't. I get the feeling no matter what you do, well, you're ruined, so... I have no qualms helping you, because you probably can't really help yourself. Given the circumstances, anyway. Oh dear, more rubble piles. That looks like a dead hunter. Let me guess. Sand people! Right on frickin' cue. Well, same strategy that worked before. Lead with throw lightsaber just to have some fun. HK just focuses on blasting them. And then you whirlwind everyone. They have proven to not be very resilient to that.
Sure. Combat mode active.
Don't sound so excited, HK. Alright, they're starting to come out of it, so reapply. What? Jeez,
That hurt, I bet.
Man, they pack a wallop. I'm glad I have the power of stun lock. I am very glad that I have the power of stun lock.
What?
Alright, good. Jolie's finally healing more than me. I'd be surprised if we didn't eventually reach that point. So, let's see. How much further do I want to go tonight? Probably not too much further. It is getting late for me. Let me guess! I do have enough force points to keep going with the strategy, right? Ah, well. Throw lightsaber. Throw lightsaber. Get some guaranteed damage. And then... Force whirlwind. Force whirlwind. Force whirlwind.
Yes. Ready. Powering weapons. Prejudice set to maximum. Here. Combat mode. Active. What?
I'm not sure there was any point in pushing it around me. Oh, although they did just get back up, so maybe it wasn't pointless. Alright, should be easy to dispatch now. Wait, it knows how to use med packs? The sand people know how to use med packs? That's new. I don't remember that part. Huh, what's over here? Look like a bunch of destroyed swoop bikes. Frag mines.
Ready.
Wait, you're good with demolitions. Go recover that. Skill too low, eh? Can you at least disarm it? Cool. So.
Don't let me die under here, please!
This ought to be interesting.
Please help! I can't get out!
3, 2, 1.
Perhaps I could persuade you not to do this? You want to let me go. You got what you came for. Well, that's one way to... Okay, so my character is badly injured. Okay, so there's only 2 of them. Oh, 3 of them, right. So, focus on crowd control for the moment. With any luck, these things can be hit by Force Whirlwind. Not, then we flame them. Wait. Oh, they actually... You know what, I'm not surprised they work because Jolie's awesome, but... Sure. Okay, I'm kind of surprised it worked. Hey, Jolie, did you actually apply it?
Sure.
Termination required.
Well, that went pretty well. Anything good on their remains? Quick, loot the bodies. RPG, let's go. I mean, they did just try and kill us, so I guess fair's fair. Still, there we are. So. Another refuse pile to loot. Works for me. Meanwhile...
Sure.
Oh, right. Force Seal doesn't work on droids. That's gonna be fun. Alright, sand people over that way. Plasma mine. I get the feeling things are about to get very complicated thanks to those sand people down there. This is probably where I should end it for now. So, much fun as it would be to continue, I do have... Well, I don't have anything to see to tonight apart from sleep, but I'd better not skimp on that. The last thing I need is to try and do a bunch of audio editing tomorrow without getting enough sleep. The last thing I need is a migraine halfway through all that. It's already going to be enough of a pain given what I've got to deal with on that. So, speaking of which, was a little late today because I had a bunch of other stuff going on. A storm knocked out power at my place for a few hours. Luckily didn't lose anything important as I've got my computer on a backup battery, well, a surge suppressor / backup battery, so fortunately was able to shut down on my own terms, but still. Because of that, I didn't get as far as into audio editing as I hoped for today, so the hope is I can make up for lost time tomorrow. Given the circumstances, I may still be able to get out the Halo 2 gameplay section and for the Halo review series within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Honestly, 3 weeks definitely, 2 weeks is the goal, but we'll see if I can make it then. For now though, as for consistent live streaming, I'm going to keep going with the schedule I've got because I've got a decent buffer for everything else. Valkyria Chronicles review script is almost done, so we'll be able to start working on that soon. And apart from that, KOTOR will continue every Saturday, and tomorrow, I'm going to be going back to a completionist playthrough of Orcs Must Die 2 with the brothers, so hope to see you there. Alright, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.